damage in small areas, and if you can bring everyone in and you've got a bouncing around Aatrox, it sort of makes some sense. However, if you're just looking at the matchup, it doesn't really work out, and he's just going to get vastly outscaled.
He's definitely going to get outscaled. The scaling on the side of the Ornn definitely going to be way better. Going to have a lot more late game team fight prowess as well with his Ornn Horn. But I'm really curious to see what this mid matchup look like and where the priority goes. If the priority goes to Yukao, it's going to make Udir's life a lot easier. The top matchup becomes a lot more stable up there for Doran. And you can also see a lot of aggressive plays on the bottom side if the Seraphine gets ahead. If she falls behind, if Prio goes to Lava, this is going to be a very hard game for KT.
And we've seen Lava do some pretty amazing things on his Orianna as well. I mean, he did it to Showmaker, surely that means he can do it to Yukao, but we'll have to see as they leave it on the Rift. Coming down, seeing what he can get done down here is a bit of a back coming in, but we're going to cancel them. Umpty turns up, and KT are wondering why they did that. Hopping over the wall, Flash comes through from Hybrid, and he also takes a lot of damage as the Ignite ticks down, but it's not, of course, going to kill him. And Umpty's just going to say thanks for the Drake. Going to move in here. Yukao still dealing with minion waves, as you can see. And Delight had rotated up early. Hybrid's still stuck under the turret, and so it should mean that Shelly does just get delivered over to Fred Brion. Her eye gets poked out just a little bit there. As you can see, Yukao just so swiftly deals with the minion waves. Actually quite satisfying, to be honest.
Very aggressive. They're trying to make something happen to trade this back.
Oh, there's the Ornn actually. Doran taking a few too many turret shots, and there's the solo kill under the turret. Hoya, right as we were talking about him getting abused, he takes it all back and takes down Doran for first blood.
Valuable, obviously, is the first one, but it's definitely something you've got to fight for these objectives with the Aatrox now. And this upcoming Ocean Drake, he does not have teleport for, whereas Hoya does. Speaking of which,
he's using it right now. Quickness comes through. There's the Magnet Storm as the crash down, trying to get Zeus to safety, but it's not going to work whatsoever. Umpty takes a bit of damage, but otherwise it is all Fred at Brion, and Doran's actually going to come on over. He was thinking about taking the Drake, is now Blank getting on in there. That's softened up, but now we might see some of that value. As Hoya gets in there, it's a good knock-up. Ornn comes down. We'll see how much value it gets as it's only onto Doran, who immediately gets popped. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but it's the big frontliner that's taken down. Shockwave onto 3 is huge, but then the answering ulti from Yukao. Oh my god, the Seraphine value's coming in now. Instant triple kill for Hybrid. And look, why did we ever doubt it? All the scaling in the world just in that one pick with those couple of items.
I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy just how valuable that was. It's now getting in there with that shield. Good double knock up there from Hoya though, but you can see the health bars aren't really moving, and Hoya just gets obliterated. Yukao grabs that kill for himself. Doran wasn't even there. And the rest of Fred at Brion are moving back, and now the heals will come through. Hybrid fighting against Tenor is dangerous as the Killer Instinct comes in, but Zeus with a fantastic stun. The Shockwave not actually able to do enough. And now, just once again, Yukao just pressing W whenever he can. Yukao's in the area, and when KT are in position, it's just so scary. As okay,
Lava.
A bit of a collapse onto Lava, who just gets exploded. A lot of damage there for the Xayah, as unfortunately, Hoya not going to be able to find the Ornn value again. Bellow's breath comes down. Doran trying to slow him up. And look, he's also not too phased by this situation. Wanting to deny a Baron take is Doran just going to face check, but he feels like a god at this point in time, walking towards 4 people. Not sure whether it's exactly the best move, but Sterix is a pretty busted item. Magnet Storm's fantastic. Doran just flashes out as the ulti doesn't get the massive value like it did last time. Yukao now backing away. Zeus doing the same thing, but of course.
All right, there we can see, I mean, there's no ult this time for Yukao, so engaging on this is so difficult for KT Rolster. I don't think they can do it. They've got heals, but they don't have hard engage.
They don't have a smite either, as the Baron is, of course, taken, but Xayah able to grab that first kill in the fight. Both of the supports taken down as Hoya now in trouble. That's a good knock-up, but a double kill now for Hybrid, who's trying to be the hero. Yukao still at full health. A triple kill for the Kai'Sa, but they're still chasing after them. The low health bars. Umpty gets a big old shield. He will be okay. As Henna dashes on forward, looks for Hybrid. The Moonstar value is too disgusting.
It's nasty.
Oh, it is.
It is.
And now,
it is unfair.
And Fred and Brion are just running away. They do have empowered recalls. That is what's going to be started up here as Hybrid gets distanced and does need oh no, the feathers. They will fly, my friend. And now Lava, he's running for the hills. The last remaining Baron. And lets the beat drop. And Lava's going to have that one delayed. And the ulti comes out yet again. It's got such a low cooldown.
He almost had his Shockwave. It's just now coming off of cooldown.
Doran's absolutely okay with hopping over a wall like that. Okay, back in again. Umti gets stunned up. The ulti comes out, but it's only onto one, but that might just be enough as Hoya punches the Ram back the wrong direction. The Magnet Storm value is massive, but so is the Shockwave in the backline. That's Hybrid dead. And now Fred and Brion think that they can turn it on. A double kill for the Kai'Sa. And Fred and Brion, they're not done yet.
No.
You can see KT. We're just K-ramming right now.
Yes.
As soon as that W comes up, KT just trying to get forward. That's a decent knock up there from Doran, but he might just get popped. Takes the Rakan with him. As Zeus getting taken down very low. A double kill so far for the Kai'Sa as Henna immediately cleanses. There's the flash to get out of the Shockwave. And KT are going to try and back away. 3 versus 4 now, though.
KT have no vision, or Fred Brion, have no vision.
Yeah, it's getting taken down very quickly, but Umti looking to try and get towards the pit. Here's the turn now as the Ornhorn comes down. KT trying to get out of the way of it, but Doran's already dead. Oya towards that front line. There's the 2-man Shockwave. Zeus gonna flash out of it, though. The Encore not that great, only onto Umti. The rest of KT just gonna continue running away. This movement speed's so valuable here from this Staff of Flowing Water. As Fred and Brion, they think it's their turn to start off this Baron, and despite not having Doran, KT are still here trying to contest.
Teleport back in from Hoya. He has no ult, but he's going to be back up to full health. I don't think they can contest this anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. The home guard from Hoya is just going to get them out of there, and that is the Baron secured from Fred at Brion. Gets that extra movement speed. There's the quickness from Delight. The crash down is a good answer as there's the Ornhorn. Not going to find any value whatsoever. So now a big cooldown. AT with an opportunity.
I think they should engage soon. They know there's no Ornhorn, and they're going for it.
Yeah, Blank running really, really fast. Umti trying to get out of there. Still jostling as Doran finds another Infernal Chains. There's the Bellows Breath, but no one really committing just yet. Hybrid getting poked out and chunked just a little bit. Gets back towards the backside. Here's the Magnet Storm, and now KT are trying to get in there. Umti goes down first as Blank in a bit of trouble. Hybrid Feather Storms the Shockwave very, very nicely, but in the end, it's just a 1-for-1. Jungler for support, though, so probably in favor of KT as Hoya. That positioning's a little bit odd. In goes Hybrid and easily takes down the Ornn. That might have been the mistake that cost it for Fred at Brion as Doran. Also,
it's not over by any means. KT are the ones pushing the button first, though.
Yep, they should be able to take this inhibitor very comfortably. Ornhorn does come down, and caught in the front line is Blank, just killed for free. Doran trying to be that front line as KT. They still have UCal. Now the quickness comes in. Can they actually get any value for it is going to be the question as Zeus goes down very low. Now Doran trying to be a hero in that back line, but not quite able to. The Encore not fantastic because, of course, the cleanse is already there, and the Kai'Sa's trying to pop off. Only manages to get the Relas. Now Umti fighting against Doran, who survives for a long time, but not quite long enough, and the rest of KT nowhere.
This game is over. What a fantastic turnaround here for Fred at Brion in the later stages.
Yeah, we don't have Encore back alive again. Now the Nexus, they're just trying to race it down as Blank trying to be a hero, but it evaporates. Really impressive play towards the end there from Fred Brion to keep themselves together. Henna as well, huge shout out to him. 43k damage, 44 if you're going to be rounding up for those playing at home. It was still a very close game, but the Seraphine, 31k damage. You remember, it was about that much in heals and shields as well for UCal. He tried really hard, but unfortunately in the end, KT just couldn't keep themselves together.
Everybody for the match of the night. Fred Brion was looking for their breakthrough in order to leap up here in the LCK setting, and they did manage to take game number 1. We had Seraphine mid coming out from UCal, and Crew has been spamming this as well, so any takeaway from this? This is so good. This is broken. There are 2 builds for this champion, so you can go for full AP build, or you can go for full support mode. And UCal this time around, because this is a team game, he went for the Moonstone Renewal. This was not a game where we could see the weakness of Seraphine because UCal did a great job in both laning phase and team fights, but because of the build, well, he was lacking a bit of a damage, but UCal did a fantastic job to show the best performance out of Seraphine. And unless Seraphine gets popped in the beginning of the team fight, actually the team can have a huge amount of sustained damage based on the itemization and the skill sets. So Ornn was facing up against Aatrox, which is a bit of a counter pick for him. But Ornn, ultimate was doing a lot of work in order to kind of take game approach into Seraphine. So maybe KT could have just banned it out. And I want to point out that if Ryuko builded the Ardent Sensor, I think he could have been exerting a lot more presence in this game. So maybe Ardent Sensor can be a good addition for his build. So we had a very close game coming out in the early game, but the game was going back and forth in the transition to mid-game. So let's take a look at the highlight where the action started to happen, because we had the longest first blood point of the split today. We had a very even game up until this point. And then a fight breaks out at this very pit. We had a huge clash coming out from both players. So first off, there's a trade happening. So Doran gets caught out in the front line, but Rakon as well got caught out as the fight started. But Orianna had massive shockwave onto 3 of the enemy members, but Seraphine also landed her charm onto all of the remaining players on the side of Bro, and Seraphine had so many utility tools such as crowd control and also sustainability, so KT Roaster was able to pick up a huge win in that fight. Usually a utility support champion has a lot of weaknesses, for example like dash or damage, but Seraphine, she doesn't really lack in those things, so I think there will be one day that Seraphine will face a huge nerf. However, Frederick Brion held it on really well, and they were able to actually pull off their productivity in this game. So let's take a look at this highlight. When you're watching Bro's performance, well, the opponents doesn't really contest for their moves, but this time around, Duran was going really aggressively in order to stop the Baron Strike coming out from Bro. But we also have to keep in mind that Frederick Brion is really strong when they are grouped up as 5. Somehow, Duran also survives that engagement, but still, KT was way behind in this team fight. And Bro was able to show the best power level they've got. And we had another extended fight coming out from Bro. So we have to keep in mind that Seraphine's a champion that can guarantee a huge sustainability for its teammates. But Bro went over eager right here, so they went for re-engagement. Bro, even though they had this perfect plan and they pulled it off really well, but they still cannot get rid of this kind of overextensions. So a bit of a bummer for Frederick Brion that they lost this fight, even though they were able to pick up the Baron buff right there. I guess Frederick Brion has to tidy up those issues, but still, they were able to find the success with their playstyle in game number 1, and the player of the game will go over to Lava with some massive Orianna ultimates. I think Orianna well deserves this POG because in every team fight, her orbs was putting so much pressure on the map. That was the main reason why Bro had such a high teamfight ability with this comp. On the other hand, the KT Roaster, the only damage output was actually Xayah. So that orb was doing so much work in order to zone her out and push her away. Hybrid had a lot of hard time in order to find the best position to do damage in the backline. KT's comp is really good when you are ahead, but once you start to fall behind, actually it's really hard to kind of exert the dominance. Somehow KT kept making multiple mistakes, which allowed Frederick Brion to catch up. Xayah was not doing enough damage in order to carry the entire team, whereas Frederick Brion had 3 of the DPS on their side. The victory goes over to Bro, and Lava locks down the POG. Frederick Brian is one victory away from finishing their 3 matches losing streak. So let's check out whether they can find the end to their dark times.